Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Krishna Priya. This is the Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It's Saturday, the 3rd of February, 2024. And we have today our special guest, not on screen, so don't be alarmed. Hi, everyone. We have there he is, Will Mitchell, who's going to be channeling from Angie's house, but through the magic of stopping video, we will not see the transition from one person to the next. So why don't we start with announcements? Go ahead, Angie.
Thank you. We have our gathering scheduled for August, just a few months away. It is August 8th through August 12th, 2024. Price is $6.95. It is on beautiful Ananda Lake here in Canandaigua, New York.
Canandaigua Lake,
Ananda Park, Canandaigua Lake. And it is $6.95 a person. This is a oneness gathering. We did just get confirmation from Rob Gothier. He is coming. So excited for that.
Yay.
And so that's a beautiful thing. And, you know, it's all about coming together. It's all about bringing everyone in a greater way where we can be in each other's energies. So very, very excited about this. If you're interested in that, classes at hucolo.org. I can get the registration form or information out to you about that gathering. In 2 weeks, we are doing the Galactic Energy Healing Student Course. It is Sunday, February 18th from noon to 5 Eastern Standard Time. Price is $150. If you're interested in that, learning Galactic Energy Healing, please send an email to classes@hucolo.org.
Perfect. Do you know what Anand means in Hindi or in Sanskrit?
No.
It means bliss.
I love it.
Yeah.
And when you're on that lake and sitting there,
oh, you're on Bliss Lake.
We're
Bliss
on Bliss Lake. Yes. So
okay, let's start with blessings. We'll go Jana,
let's
Michael.
go Angie first.
Oh, you're gonna do blessing?
Yeah.
Okay, Angie, Jana, Michael, Wendy.
Okay.
And so, but please know your thing, and will be interpreting from that corner over there.
So what will happen is as soon as I'm done with my blessing, I'll turn the camera off real quick. We'll switch seats and then he can be in the hot seat.
Okay. However you want to work it.
Way to go.
No problem.
Atu utu ana I tichiati, muhutu utu arakiatara. Hato ora ashishi nana okutu o maara itiki ini itishiko o. Lara otu shiniataka a mai.
As we gather, our energies are combined and amplified. As we shine our light to each other, it makes a much brighter light. And it reminds us of the light that's inside of us and the power of community.
Thank you. These are Arcturians again. First, onoi kanteat katane ke etort ehnokuata kaite. Hante koto ort onoa katane ke est otorto ko unoa kataiste ke tort. Hante ja tuurtana kaete teotuko est anate. Maitek aitonoko ort maako tu urtostukuna. Thank you.
The energies of the present moment, the energies of the future that you are drawing to you is being brought forth to humanity as you bring forth your intentions and your light.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michael.
Yes. With Jesus, I want everybody to ground and put yourself and the whole group and the watchers on YouTube to ground yourself, put yourself in a protective bubble of nothing but love and light, and protect everybody and help the earth, and just make sure everybody starts ascending. And I send prayers and love and light to this group. Blessings.
And so we talked about earlier doing the light language version of that. Niotor ahe ka anahis kotara, Giotar anahe etor atekishiata, Uta hatar arskana ehi ocho, Uta hara ayahana atakarasha. Did that feel right, Michael?
Yes, yes, sir. I wish I could do it. I wish I could do it.
You will when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Wendy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Ta akahuiara mai, retiji kutuiara mai, atainara ta kaira ta shiruru niara para, arapa ita te yurono, kuru.
There's a love that's in your heart that is so deep and so profound. Find it and set it free. I like that one.
Very nice. Okay, so here we go. How are you today, Will?
I am amazing. How are all of you? I am so grateful to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to channel.
Great.
So
Hmm.
this just in, if you want, we can do a light language activation. If Michael, if you're open, we can do it for everyone, if you wish. And Michael, if you feel you're ready, okay, and maybe if you could split screen it so that he and I are here.
Yeah, let me do that. Hold on.
Any of you would like to be activated with light language at this point in time, set your intentions. Or if you want a new light language, whatever it is, if there's a language that someone who wants to, or a race that you would like to speak, or if you just want to open up your ability to speak the song of your heart, your language that's an inherent into you, just set your intention. Atiara atiska atiar hana otor, katihar achiar, nihoro ota ataka asha an ehe, cho otor ona atuariara, sia katar arshana ahe kia cha ararati, so o ko urshana a. Feel the fire burning in your heart and in your throat. Na auru tu usha aeku atar na aera, su ucha. Atihi atakara, kunahaya atara ashkana aturata, and feel the fire making its way up to your throat. Na achihatari ishana awa, kotur una ase ikichiara ana akutur, kai hi kiata arna hasu u, hartu usha ayak itur ashkatiriata. And take either hand at this point, nioro utariata, and place it over your throat. Nitur atari arshkana asu uturya aturiata. As you invite this language to come forth, ni atiti shkana atur aranahayara, si ikitur uta ar hana era, shaya atakara atanaheso toro. And now symbolically, open up the door of your throat to allow it to come forth. Ni archa ati tahara, tu utaru ashkana uha. Tiri Ariana Hasua, Sha Akahatara Anahakotari Shana. And Michael, if you would unmute for a moment. Any sounds, just speak any sounds at this point. Start the flow.
Exceto a la
Keep going. It has started.
ole que
Stop your mind. Allow it to flow. Tioraha.
Tilahata malate aya boyo
Keep flowing. You're doing a great job. Stop
it
trying to understand.
is we are mm, Allah,
No, you're doing a great job. This is, you did an amazing job there. Okay.
Mhm.
Pat yourself on the back. It came out.
Yeah.
Your mind was so normal. Our normal human activity is to control everything with the mind. This was your heart trying to speak. Okay. And like many humans, we want to stop our heart from speaking. We want to stop our heart from speaking. And we want to understand what our heart is trying to say. We're trying to understand it with our conscious mind. And that's all the struggles that you were having at this point. They're normal human struggles. And they represent all the struggles that all of us as humans have to live our spiritual life. And as you let go of the mind and allow your heart to speak through your mouth without figuring it out, don't try to understand what it is. Just don't analyze it. Don't think of right or wrong at that point. Because I saw you analyzing it. Is this right? Am I doing it right? This is the song of your heart. This is the speech of your heart. There is no right or wrong. We can't stopping it. You'll flow when you're ready to flow. Okay. But I'm so proud of you how you allowed it to come forth.
Yeah.
There are some people who will remain to stay blocked. They're curious. They want to be activated and they ask for the activation and then they just still shut down afterwards. There's so many times that I've activated people and to see their amazement. If you would have watched the video again and watch your eyes when you start speaking and watch how you started expressing yourself when you started, and then watch it when you started suppressing it. Okay. That will be just interesting because I see the analytical mind going in your head.
It flowed right out until you had a thought.
yes. Well, I
It
know
came
how to
out and we were like,
practice.
oh, and then he was like, wait, what? And then, but can I suggest something that I would say as you're kind of listen, I would put on some classical music or something that doesn't have words with it and just see if you can sing along in a melody of light language with it. Just allow it to flow, do you know? And just
Yes.
that way you find a little rhythm. It doesn't have to be exact, but just to give yourself a chance and maybe be doing something differently, like cleaning dishes or doing something so that your mind is busy with the dishes, but you're allowed to let everything flow, you know.
Absolutely. I
So
got
clean those
practice to
dishes,
do.
Michael. Clean that house, vacuuming, doing whatever it would be. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Thank
Beautiful. Okay, yay.
you. Blessings.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, perfect. So that was fantastic. And I hope anybody in YouTube that maybe had an experience as well. You're definitely, yeah, what a blessing. Perfect. Okay, so for some requests, do you want requests? Should we just see who comes through and then take questions? Is that the best way to go?
We can take requests. There is an entity here that wants to speak.
Okay, should I read the requests that we do have?
Sure, sure, sure.
Okay, la la la. Jana would like someone to come that she could talk to about prayer interpretation. She has a prayer, not prayer, excuse me, dream interpretation. She had a dream and she wants to understand it better. And then let me see. Someone that can Wendy also needs someone to help interpret a dream, and she would also like a dragon for the year of the dragon. And
Interesting.
okay. And let me see. In the YouTube, no, I don't have any. That's the only requests I have. I guess if anyone has any requests or questions, you can. Oh, Susan would like leprechauns. All the leprechauns, a specific leprechaun?
We'll
So,
see. We'll see.
okay. Torkelson, the leprechaun. Okay. So we'll see.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready. Oh, you said there was someone here already. Do you know who it is or you didn't know?
To me, it's hard to say. It's hard to say their name. So I'll let them say it. I mean, because I keep trying and it's just
Okay.
like I keep failing.
Absolutely no problem. Okay, whenever you're
It's just like this, the articulation of the name is just like, yeah, okay. My mouth doesn't do that. So hopefully they will present a shorter name. Okay. So my process for getting in the space of channeling is to speak light language. It raises my vibration. And so as I invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around us all in every way, and everywhere, and everywhen. And I set aside my ego and my personal energy so that I may be a clear channel. Titihara anahe karya shana atukaraha itahara anahe ka. Greetings. One moment, this vessel. We are Yantala, is the easy way to say our name. We are a collective consciousness. We will speak in the terms of we because of who we are. We'll speak in representation first. We are a chromatic dragon, as you would say. We represent each and every one of you. We are the collective energy of the planet. We are basically the Kundalini energy of each and every one of you in the collective consciousness. We are this chromatic light, every aspect of the light that each and every one of you are. This coming year, and you stepping into your power, and all of us, because there is no separation between you and us. You are a part of us. And our energy together. Today, we would like to talk about focus and the focusing of the energy of the collective. You, as an individual, are a part of this collective. You, as an individual, in some senses, can and have the ability to direct the collective consciousness. Think of your individuality as a part of the larger dragon of the collective consciousness of the planet. Your influence depends on where you are in the body of the dragon. To be a part of the head, to be a part of the direction of the spiritual ascension of the planet. One must be in touch with their heart to be creating from the heart, listening to the energies of the whole collective, holding your vibration, your individual vibration, while being cognizant of the vibration of everyone. Whether you consider yourself as a dragon rider, where you are steering the great dragon, or you're simply just riding along for the ride, each and every individual came here incarnated with their own purpose for expansion, for experience. And you came into the collective consciousness to flow with it, to play with it. And some have come here to direct and lead this dragon. Understanding that we are one, no matter how the drive of the individual is presenting itself, we are still all one. We came here as a representation of the collective consciousness, of the direction of ascension, or of the cycles of life. 16%, 16.389% of the collective consciousness is leading the way in the head, where each individual, it does not matter where you as an individual reside, because you came here for a purpose. You can bring yourself forward or backward in the essence of the dragon. And every one of these experiences are valid. But I'd like to speak to those who wish to lead from their heart in their spiritual manner. Many of you listening today as an individual came here to expand spiritually, to lead spiritually. And if you have not stepped forward yet, we are here as a reminder to you that we fully support you. The energy of the collective consciousness is with you, is behind you, can help you gain momentum. It starts by you listening to your heart. It starts by you unleashing your heart and following its direction. You can communicate with us, the collective intentions, the collective will. You connect through your heart by not trying. Your heart is already connected. Your heart resides in this greater dragon. Just like every thought that comes into your head, it can come into our mind. By giving it more attention, it becomes more prevalent. By having a common thought or even a unique thought, as the collective consciousness focuses on the collective thoughts, it gives more power. As we've seen from leaders in the past on planet Earth, the influence of energy, the influence of speech can cause the dragon's tail to swat and cause the dragon to get up and move and motivate the entire dragon, whether it be out of fierceness or out of love. That is the collective vibration, and it is the choice of the collective vibration. We, the collective consciousness, we the chromatic dragon of the collective consciousness, would like each individual to focus. If there's a direction, if there's healing, if there's ascension, if there's a direction that you would like the consciousness to go, the planet, focus on that with love. Focus on that with your heart. And then allow the entire dragon to work with you. Besides pulling in the spiritual energy of the entire universe, this interaction with the collective consciousness, if you see it as a dragon, this powerful pet that is loving and loyal to the whole and you. You are a part of us, and we are a part of you. Every thought that you have influences us. The power of the collective, when many are gathered together and focusing their energy, the entire dragon, it becomes a thought in the dragon. It becomes a focused thought, an energy pattern of direction of the dragon, of the power of the collective consciousness. Gather, focus intention. Focus your purpose, no matter what it is. Timelines, healing the planet. It is up to you. We are merely you. Are there questions?
Yes, one moment. Let me just check. The first question is from Wendy. Go ahead, Wendy.
Thank you so much for being here. The question that I have is for weeks, I've been getting the message, the pulse and pulsing. And recently, I've noticed that as I go into meditation or when I get ready to sleep, which I do a lot of astral travel, that my left knee has started to have this pulse. And so it's almost like I was being told it was coming before it came. But can you help me understand what the message is and what this vibration is that I'm experiencing?
Yes. There are many aspects in your personal energy regarding the pulse. When you feel the pulse, the dragon has a heart. The collective consciousness has a heart. The collective energy of where the collective consciousness is going is represented by the dragon's heart. And the pulse of the dragon is the pulse of how the collective consciousness is beating together in unison. This connection, if this pulse feels bigger than your body, then you are tapping into the energy of the heart of the dragon. The heart of the collective consciousness. We cannot just say that it is humanity because it is every energy on this planet. Many of the beings who incarnate here are only here for support of Gaia, of the earth, of life. They are the backbone of the dragon. They are the bones that everyone in the collective consciousness has chosen to apply meat or muscle or tissue or nerve endings. Everyone is playing a role in the body of the dragon. This pulse, when you're connecting with it, first of all, does it make sense that you're connecting with the heart of the dragon?
Yes, it does. I work with them a lot, so or with you all, with us all.
Excellent. Now, the left knee is something special for you. Besides physical things that are going on with your left knee, the pulse being detected in your left knee, you have created an environment that is out of the norm for experiencing the pulse. You have created this on purpose. This is your vehicle for reminding you of the pulse of the dragon, the pulse of the collective consciousness. This energy reminder and you being able to tap into the pulse of the dragon is vital to you and to your purpose and vital to where you and your role is helping to lead the dragon, the collective consciousness. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, that really gives me. Yeah, because the pulse, I kept saying, God, it feels like a heartbeat. And being in the leg, leading, that's, walking forward, right? Controlling the step, the pace.
Yes, you are understanding. And you are
Thank you.
controlling your pace
Beautiful.
by influencing with love. When you step forward with love and joy through your heart, you are leading the heart of the dragon, through the heart of the dragon. If you think of it as you're holding the leash to the dragon, you will only get pulled back by the entire dragon. Do you understand? Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. What a beautiful message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. Jana has a question. Go ahead, Jana.
Thank you for coming. Did I understand your name right? Gulantia.
Iantala.
Iantala.
Key with a K.
Kilan.
Kiantala
Kiantia. Okay. Thank you very much
is
for
the short English human understandable name.
Okay. The other one was too hard for the channel's mouth. Yes. Thank you for that. So I have normally I am more generalized in my questions, but I woke up very exciting this morning after a dream and with a bunch of information about writing, inspiration about writing a book, and I already got a lot of synchronicities this morning that says that this is the case. But can you get a feel of what I was dreaming about and what I woke up with?
The important part of the message is the inspiration that you got on the topic.
Yes.
Dreams are information that come from what you have already stored here and your ability to connect into from the deepest aspects of you, which are connected fully to the deepest aspects of the collective consciousness. You're tapped into the nerve endings and the dream state of the collective consciousness. You are in the dreams of the dragon at this point. So you're understanding the inspiration of what is needed by the body of the dragon, where the dragon wants to go. And you have received the inspiration of how you, from your experience, can relate that more fully, more relevantly to the entire dragon from your internal being, from the essence of why you incarnated, which in a way that makes sense to the body of the dragon, to the people whom you came here to connect. If that makes sense.
Yes, this makes sense. More specifically, I was told to, I got the inspiration to write a book because during my lifetime, I gathered a lot of information about stargates, grids, portals, and how they are connected on Earth, but also more galactic and universal, and how to bring that knowledge together in a book. So that was, as you are one of Earth and very much connected to Mother Earth and all her portals and energy systems and old knowledge of a lot of the energy pathways moving in and out of Earth and in Earth. Could I contact you in another session, channel you for information? Would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We, as the dragon of the collective consciousness of everyone who has incarnated here, do have this ancient knowledge that of everyone who has built a connection point on the planet and where it goes. And this would be vital information. And we do not want to reveal too much during this open public session because this is
Yes, that's what I was
that you
thinking of.
need to bring forth. You feel the need to bring this forth. There are many, many stargates. There are many, many grids. There are many, many connection points.
Yes,
And we would love to continue this conversation.
yes. Thank you so much. This was what I was wanting to hear. Thank you so much again for coming forth. I will let somebody else ask their questions now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me just see. Alex was requesting to be able to ask Ra something. So Alex, this being can probably either bring Ra or talk to Ra for you. So if you want to type your question, that'd be great. I'm looking in the YouTube chat now.
Well,
Steve,
let
what?
us, this is not our purpose for coming here today.
Okay. All right. Stephen
If
Stephen
there's time
Holmes.
at the end, then
Okay.
maybe Ra can come.
Okay, perfect. Stephen Helm asks, I went by Dragon Knight. Oh, okay. I went by Dragon Knight as one of my first online names. Any connections or messages to guide me better?
As a knight of the dragons, the order of dragons, maybe even as a dragon rider. A knight is about righteousness, is about the oaths. And as you tapping into your energy as the individual, this righteousness of who you are and why you incarnated, continue your oath. Keep pledging your oath of why you came here. Keep pledging your valor, your ability to stand up for what you believe is right, to bring forth, to be the champion of the body of the dragon, of humanity, of the collective consciousness, of supporting everyone, standing up for the downtrodden. These are the qualities of a knight, and especially of the knight of the dragon. Does that make sense?
The question's in the YouTube chat, so there's a little bit of a delay, but I would imagine that it makes perfect sense. I don't have a response, but I would say please continue if there's more.
Well, there is, but much of it is specific to the individual. If one resonates with being a knight of an order, it is the commitment to it. It is the commitment to the vibration of it, to the intention of it, and living the path of it. Understanding that one is a knight, or whatever your intention is, your purpose for incarnating. Living it fully will bring you the most fulfillment. It'll serve the purpose of your incarnation. It will serve the purpose of your purpose. If you do not understand your purpose yet, or fully understand it, which is a normal human trait. If you're just beginning, find a teacher. If you're intermediate and you're working with the energy and you think you are on your path, continue and then find more teachers. If you have become the master, that is when you become the actual student. And one becomes who they meant to be, who they chose to incarnate as. As one becomes the master, they understand that I can only be taught by the energy at this point, by my own heart, by the intention of my purpose. And at that point, everyone that you interact with is helping in one way, shape, or form. Everyone that you interact with at that point becomes a teacher for you. If that makes sense.
He's saying, yes, it makes sense. So thank you for that. He said he has so much tingling in his head from, I guess, your response.
Excellent. Excellent. That is your confirmation that you are firmly believing in your heart and your purpose, and to continue along this path. When you receive tingles, it is you reinforcing yourself. It is your heart reinforcing you, telling you, yes, yes. It is your heart singing. It is your heart roaring like a dragon.
Okay, perfect. So are we complete on that answer?
We are never complete on this answer.
Because I have a related question from someone else,
Excellent.
but I don't want to stop the flow on this particular answer.
There is we are one.
Okay.
You are an aspect of the dragon.
Diane says, is having electrical shocks in the body, which is just basically what you said, part of the dragon also?
There are many aspects of the dragon. Having electrical shocks, depending on the individual, some individuals need to go seek medical advice and medical attention. Some people, this is an indication that you are on the right path. This tingling, this electrical tingling, because there are aspects of the dragon that are all forms of energy. Some of it is electrical, some of it is lightning. For those who do not need to seek medical advice, and it is, if you already understand and you've ruled that out, then continue along the spiritual path. You are manifesting the spiritual energy. that is manifesting as physical energy and physical tingling. This energy is connected to, and the speed of which your individual influence can move. Every great inspiration of aha, when you tingle, the dragon tingles. The whole collective consciousness tingles. Because you are living your heart. You are experiencing your purpose at that point. And when you're doing work from your purpose and you are experiencing the excitement of the tingles, whether it's this energetic form or it's the goosebumps or it's your crown lighting up or anything, the whole collective consciousness, the whole dragon starts to illuminate and tingle. Because you are stepping into your power. You are recognizing your power. Whether you're going to bring forth this electrical energy from your physical body, that depends on your purpose and the energy of the dragon, the collective consciousness. Does that make sense?
I believe it does. Yes. Yes. I'm getting yeses. Exactly what I feel, Diane says.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. It is both the nerve endings of the dragon and the energy of the dragon being able to be manifested through you, of the collective consciousness. But since we're on the dragon, and if you can see and imagine this dragon that is your friend, that you and the dragon are working together side by side because you're connected into the energy of the collective consciousness and you are tapped into the energy of the dragon. You're tapped into your energy of your kundalini, of your power, of you coming out of hiding and exposing yourself and your energy, being vulnerable to the collective consciousness. As a friend, the dragon will never hurt you. We are your friend. And the trust that is built by two friends and the communication that's built by two friends, vulnerability can happen at that point. And the vulnerability between two friends causes the binding. We are bound no matter what. We not only understand your vibration, your vulnerability, your essence, we cannot be the collective consciousness without you. We cannot be this energetic dragon. Your vibration, your intentions, your direction are just as valid for us. So if you see the collective consciousness, if you see the dragon as your friend, and you are vulnerable to your friend will respond with vulnerability, with love, with acceptance, and then we can work together. If you do not tap into the energy of your friend, you are working as an individual, if that makes sense. You are isolated, you are alone, and you can. But when we tap into the energy of the collective, and if it helps to imagine either a bubble around the whole planet and the energy of thought of the whole planet, excellent. If you can imagine just a friend that's a dragon that's with you, that is the same thing. If it works for you, it works. And as you have conversations with the dragon, and every dragon on the planet, in all phases and in all planes of the planet, this collective consciousness, they are here as well. And they are here to support you, besides why they incarnated. Friendship, vulnerability, cooperation. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much. Very much so.
This
She said,
also happens to be the energy of this new year and the year of this dragon in
Mm.
the Chinese New Year.
Diane is saying she feels it through her hands, through her feet and through her spine. That's where she's getting the energy surges.
And what does it mean to you?
Wait a moment.
Yes.
Yes.
I see many people out there understand, and we have talked about it, not necessarily directly.
Yeah. I don't have an answer yet,
Okay.
but I did receive the majority of your message, I believe. I think that she's maybe typing and I'm not getting it, but in the meantime, should I?
The feet represent the connection to the earth. And the spine, as a reminder of what was said earlier, the spine represents every being who incarnated in support of the planet, whether it be the trees, whether it be the fae folk, whether it be the elementals of the earth, whether it be crystals, rocks, birds, any animal life. This is shamanic. This is connecting into and understanding the energy of the earth, of the support system, of the nervous system, of the collective consciousness. Being able to tap into that, continue the feeling through the feet, into the earth, into the grounding of the collective consciousness, of the nerve endings, of the spinal cord, of the dragon, of the consciousness. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. And Diane says she's just trying to understand everything. So
Yes, this is a new energy for you. And feeling it through this is your way of understanding your purpose and how you connect. This is what you came here to experience, to connect with. Pull in the energies. Whatever mechanism of shamanism or of working with the earth or working with the trees or working with animals, working with the indigenous species. This is your foundation. This is how you walk. Work with it. Allow it to teach you.
thank you. I'm just moving back into the room. Michael has a question. Go ahead, Michael.
Yes, I'm handicapped, so there's a lot of exercises I can't do, but I used to shoot billiards and I've got back into it for the last 3 months and I've been obsessed with it and I really enjoy it. And if you could tell me if there's any rhyme or reason, and I feel like pool or billiards is played on other planets. Just like chess is a good game of mine that I like to play. I know that it was in other physical dimensions or planets.
Yes. Yes, because the main reason you thoroughly enjoy it. It allows you to focus. These are games of focus for you to allow you to focus, allow your analytical mind to do work, to focus energy. This is one of the things that brings things out as you analyze problems, as you adopt challenges. They are both games of challenge. They are both games of, well, billiards is hand-eye coordination as well as understanding angles, understanding power, understanding velocity, understanding rotation, and chess. Chess is a game of the mind. It's a game of competition with another mind, expressed through the pieces on the board. And as you explore your mind and your ability to look at a problem and solve a problem and find solutions to problems, it is the same thing that billiards or pool supplies. And there are games of skill, there are games of mind, there are games on all planets and all realms. We are more tapped into who came here as a part of the collective consciousness from wherever they came. When they come, they share their vibration, their experience, and they are a part of the dragon. But what's most important for you with pool or chess is do it while it brings you joy. Because it brings you joy. Learning a new task, if one does not play chess yet, and one wants to or thinks that they should, go ahead. Start reading up on it. Start playing. If it's not for you, drop it. Find something else. If your intent is to focus your mind, excellent. It's a great tool. There may be a better tool for you. But since hearing you talk about your joy of chess and your joy of pool, that you started again. Now, this physicality, clearly you're working with the physicality and still playing pool. And you feel you can support your activity through your physicality. Is this correct?
Yes.
And does it help you, besides all the regimen of the physical rehabilitation, does playing pool, would that motivate you to continue your exercises because it is allowing you to play pool?
Yes.
You can think of it any way that you need to help you. It is an avenue of joy for you and an avenue of self-expression. I think it's better that you talk about why you play pool than for us to talk about why you play pool. You
It's a
understand
good
why you play.
it's a good escape. It's a good to keep my mind completely into something. It's yeah.
Continue.
Well, yeah, I just enjoy it, and like even if I'm playing against someone a lot better, I don't. There's no fear. It's a learning whether you lose or win. There's always a learning, and it's that. I guess that's the nail on the head. It's the learning, the challenge, and it's always different. Like chess, something one wrong move changes everything.
Do you see how, listen to the way, feel the way you talked about that? As we talk about your experience, it is dampened by the whole experience of the dragon. Your vibration is being sent to the whole dragon. And it's overwhelming. It is joyous for you. Yes, it is joyous for the dragon, but having you express your pleasure and your challenges and what you gain from it, it is much more meaningful to the collective than us telling you how you feel. Does that make sense?
Also, yes, sir. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, Mary has a question. Go ahead, Mary. Just give her a moment. There she goes.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I wanted to approach the Pleiadian Collective, please, in whatever way that you will. I wanted to ask a couple questions.
So
It-
let me preface that there are many Pleiadians here on the planet. And there are many Pleiadians who have come to the planet and have brought their connection energy to them. And we will be answering through that if that is sufficient. It is not the total Palladian collective.
right. I understand. I didn't know exactly how to ask for a specific Pleiadian, but that whatever you will, that would be wonderful. From the Pleiadians would be wonderful, please.
Okay, ask your question.
Thank you. I would like to ask if there's any of your insight about my husband. His health is deteriorating exponentially very much. He is acting much differently. He's more calmer now than I think I've ever seen him. I wondered if you had a word on that.
I think it is better that you hear it from him. Meaning that this is not necessarily a Palladian answer.
Yes,
He understands what is happening with him.
I feel that.
So you will get the best answer from him. But what we might say is that find joy in his peace. No matter what his inner being is choosing to experience, understand his peace. Feel his peace. Feel his understanding of his situation and honor his choice and his peace. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I feel it innately extremely strong. Blessings and thank you for that. I do have a statement question. I feel my ascension in progress. I feel mine. And I wanted to ask, what is it? What do I need the very most at this time, please?
Your husband is telling you what you need most. Does that make sense? You partner
And
for a reason.
he he is telling me each day, and I'm trying not to cry, but he tells me how much he thanks me and how much he loves me. And he said, no one else would do these things for me but you. And I told him that he doesn't need to thank me. that it comes from my heart. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cry, but
It
he's
is beautiful.
slowly leaving. He's slowly leaving. And I know that. But that's what he says to me every day.
There is some aspect of you that needs to hear it also.
Yes,
And there's some
yes,
aspect of you that needs to integrate this gratitude and peace. He is giving you everything you need. He is reminding you of everything that you need for your ascension. This peace and this gratitude. He is never going to leave you. He is always a part of your heart because you two have found each other and you two have expressed love and gratitude every day. This is the reminder. This is the aspect of your spiritual growth that you most need. And after he transitions, continue his presence with you and his reminders with you. This expansion, allowing that love to come forth. If you cannot allow your love to come forth, allow his love to come forth. Allow his gratitude to come forth from your heart.
yes,
This is the inspiration of the soul bond. This is the permission of expressing the soul bond. Does that make sense?
yes, it makes perfect sense. It's been 54 years, 54 years of marriage. Uh, I just, the only other thing that I have is I feel a deep, deep energy connection to Jesus, Yeshua. Uh, and that's just a statement, but I just wanted to say it that I feel my energy is so connected to Jesus, to Yeshua. And that's all. But you've helped me so much telling me what you will about my husband. It's so healing. I thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Wendy has a question. Go ahead, Wendy.
Yes, thank you very much. So this is related to a dream that I was having this morning. There's two pieces to it, but they're interconnected. I'm at a school and we are outside and there's a child that I'm holding. And this child seems to be, I don't want to say bleeding from the eyes, but like there's like a red paint coming out from the eyes. And then I say, "Oh, let's go in and wash your face." And so I bring the child inside and I wash its face. And earlier I had given this child like a little balloon and said, "Here, this is medicine for your tummy to make your tummy feel better." And then the child took this little balloon and ate it, but then all this like kind of green ooze came out of its mouth. And so that's what I was washing off its face was kind of this like leftover green around the mouth and the red around the eyes. Then after I did that, came and set the baby down. I would say maybe around a 2-year-old, right? So still a toddler, but a baby. And then I go up the stairs of the school, and there are notices on a bulletin board. I see one that says emergency on it, and it's kind of off to the side. And then there's other ones that are getting posted, and I'm helping pin those on the board. And I'm thinking to myself, shouldn't the emergency notice be in the center? But I don't move it, and I'm just looking at it, but I don't really read or see it. So, can you help me understand what the basis of this dream is? And I also, I also, when I was getting this baby to go wash the face, I said, Kathy, that's my sister's name. And then I thought it was the person in front of me with the baby. And then was behind me and she goes, I'm over here. And I turned and saw her. And then that's when I was picking the child up and bringing this child into the house. But I was kind of wondering about this school and these different people that were all sitting outside and what was happening with this baby and these notices.
Yes. We think you understand anyway. The baby and the association with your sister, but you didn't make this association until in the dream. The blood is a vital life force, energy, tears of this life force energy coming out of this infant, this baby. And the vomiting, the oozing, you sense that there's something wrong with a baby somewhere and you feel the need to take care of it. This is all the obvious things that you already understand. And the notice and into the school of the learning, you are trying to remind yourself of the importance of schooling, and you're not adhering to this emergency that's going on, this deep need in you. And then the association with your sister, where you couldn't find her and you thought she was in front and then she was behind you. There's a deep association here between this need in you to heal, to help, and your sister, both as a baby or her holding the baby. And does this make sense?
I'm sorry, my internet, I missed the last few sentences or the last sentence you said right before you said, does this make sense?
You not finding your sister, or you recognizing that it deals with you and your sister you thought was in front of you, and then she said she was behind you, and then she's holding the baby that you then took into the house. There is something inside you about this emergency and the baby and your sister, and you not being able to see it in your sister. You can't see your sister. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How you need to help this baby, maybe it's the inner child of your sister, or if your sister has children, or anything with her, or any innocent beings that you're going to be teaching and taking care of.
Mm.
The school represents many things for you, but the most important thing, that is the environment in which this emergency is playing out. And you feeling the need that this emergency notice needs to be somewhere else and yet not doing it is important to you. And then finding your sister. To me, the sister is different than the emergency thing. You have connected
Yeah.
it, but it is different for you. You need to explore that, because us telling you isn't going to really help. You'll say, oh, okay, maybe. Your aha moment about it will
Right.
happen from you, and you will thoroughly believe it when it happens from you.
Yes, I agree. But I felt like I just needed to have kind of another insight to help kind of guide that intuition that will come forward, because it was like, what? It just felt a little foggy for me.
Yes. And clearly, you would express it clearly to yourself, and you would totally understand your dream. if you are ready to hear the answers.
Ah, that makes sense. Hmm.
So
Thank
don't
you.
overthink it.
Yep.
Explore it if you're curious about it. Don't beat yourself up over it because you don't understand it. How's that?
Yeah, that's fine. And I feel like it was kind of like, oh, it's a red notice. So because the paper was a different color than all the others. And so I'll put some loose thought to it. I won't crush my brain about it.
Feel the pulse of it.
Yes, beautiful idea. Um, Joan had asked a question and she asked that it be read. I can go ahead and read it since I'm just right here.
Please do.
She says, during meditation, every time she does deep breathing, she feels the energy through her spine, and it feels like she's sucked into or plugged into something. So then her third eye feels like it's rolling, and her heart feels like it's flickering or sparking. She wants to know, is this normal in connecting to energy? And what does this energy doing to our bodies?
Normal. The answer that she's seeking is yes. Don't second guess it. Because this is what is happening when you are in meditation and when you are connecting with the energy. Whether you see the energy of the collectiveness or you see it as you're connected into the power grid of the universe or of the planet. You feeling this energy is because you are tapped in. Whether you see yourself as plugged in and controlled, or you're plugged in because you're receiving the energy, it is both. That both you're receiving the energy from the universe, from this power plant, but you're also receiving the information from it. I would suggest if you have ideas that you're being controlled by it, that let go. Because your mind, your consciousness is more powerful than any scheme of control. By you understanding yourself and you understanding your purpose, you can then send that energy back through the grid of your energy and your purpose. And the control is then gone. And now you're sending your intention and your purpose into the grid. It is already being sent there, but you are consciously sending it there. And you are consciously tapped into the grid. Does that make sense for Joan?
She said, beautiful, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Joan has a question I'm going to ask for her. She says, during meditation, every time I do
Oh,
deep.
I
Oh, that was
just read
hers.
that one. Yes, ma'am.
Why did you do that one? I thought you were going to read Susan's.
Oh, no, I said Joan. My apologies.
Okay. Oh, because in the chat you had said that Susan had posted the question to you.
Yeah, she sent it to me versus to you, so you didn't get the message, so that's why I posted that, but I
But
don't think
it
she's here
wasn't
anymore.
Susan. It wasn't Susan.
Right, that was Joan's question I asked.
Okay,
Sorry
no
for
problem. No problem.
sorry.
Okay. All right, let me go back to the YouTube chat then. Just get back. There's a couple health related questions, but I think they're along the lines of what we've been talking about. So let me just get back to okay. George G says, I've been having severe insomnia for years and nothing seems to work. Can you maybe read my energy and help me to find the core of my insomnia?
Your insomnia is multifaceted. Calmness and peace are some of the themes that we have talked about. Mindfulness. Sleep is supposed to be a rest state. And sleep in a human, the disruption of sleep, I see in your energy that you wish to experience this, unfortunate, but you wish to overcome it. As your mind is active in many states, there's also physical things that are going on with your insomnia, but can be overcome through focus, which is what we originally intended to come and talk about, is the focus of the collective consciousness and focus with the collective consciousness. You being able to focus your mind on whatever task. What are the activities that bring you joy that allow focus as well? What are some of the habits that you could adopt that will help alleviate the mind? Do you need to make lists so that those items, once you write them down, they are no longer in your mind because you know they are written down? And whether you write your list in pen and paper, or whether you connect with any of these internet devices that will hold the list for you, whatever it is that you are holding in your mind keeps the mind active and stops it from getting into a restful state, allowing yourself to brain dump on any of those things. Maybe you want to start writing in a diary, maybe expressing yourself, get things out, get things to the state of satisfaction in your mind. I can tell that this is not all of the answer you wanted to hear. The mind in the human controls many, many, many things. Finding peace and gratitude, as Mary is finding from her husband. These are all great ideas for calming the mind and allowing the body to come into a restful state. Worrying about the insomnia, maybe seek medical attention. Maybe go to a sleep center where they will analyze your sleep to help you get more sleep. There are some physiological aspects to it, but it is mostly controlled by your mind and your mind's ability to allow the body to rest. By you consciously working on allowing your mind to not hold as much thought. To write it down so you don't need a reminder. You don't need to consciously be reminded of it. In the meantime, sleep when you can sleep. If you take 12 naps a day, it is okay. This is a part of the human physiology. What you can do to help yourself sleep, to be in a restful state. As a positive note, there were many leaders and geniuses who lived off of little sleep. They did not call it insomnia, though. They got some rest. Their subconscious mind gave them new information. They woke up excited and then started doing it. But since you describe it as insomnia, and your energy field says that you see it as a problem because at this point, you need sleep. Take a proactive approach on easing your mind. Maybe meditate, maybe pray, whatever it is that will help you. You need to find what works for you. Does that make sense?
I believe so, yes. Joan, let her type. Beautiful, she says, thank you. Okay, there's a question from Just Thinking, and it reminds me of something that's going on around right now. It's affecting a lot of people. But he says, what can people do who are mentally tired so that they won't be so mentally tired, at least to not that extent?
It's very similar advice. Mentally tired is the brain feeling the need. It is similar to insomnia, but it's stress. It's everything to do that has to do with being mentally tired. The mind is asking to rest. Stop doing. Start being, whether it's meditate, whether it's pray. And if you know your energy is different, this mental anguish, this mental fatigue, paint, draw, sing, anything. Speak a new language, learn a new language, anything that's on the other side of your brain. Allow your heart to speak through different forms of expression that you would normally do. Write poetry, write a story, be creative. Be creative is the easiest way to say it. Find some expression for you that inspires you, that gets your juices flowing, that allows you to express yourself so that you think with the other side of your human brain, which is causing all this mental fatigue. When we think with the other side, when we think with our right brain, we allow that creative essence to come out. We allow our heart to come out because we're not trying to understand it. We just express. We just express. So find a way to express yourself. That is it.
Okay.
Cook.
Thank you. Just Thinking was wanting to know, am I a warrior as well? Wants to know, am I a warrior?
So I might ask you, are you a warrior?
Oh, I'm sorry. The question was, do I have warrior energy? But I guess the answer would be the same.
Because you are asking, the energy and the answer is yes. If you are asking because you're afraid of the warrior, then you don't have to be the warrior. If you're sick and tired of having to be the warrior in the situation, then find the peace. If you are not standing up for yourself or for others, then find that warrior in you and stand up for yourself and stand up for others, like the night before.
Perfect.
You can. You need to answer your own question about knighthood or warriorness.
Okay, perfect. Arturo has a question. He says, do you have any advice for when a channel is learning to breathe while also holding lots of energy?
There are many forms of channeling. whether it's channeling information, whether it's allowing another being to come in, whether it's energy work, this channel. For each individual, it's going to be different. Yes, your physical vessel needs to breathe. There are certain practices on planet Earth at this point that are working with movement and breath and energy. If you need to practice more, then seek out Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga. Seek out other energy work. If it's healing that's driving you, then allow the energy to flow. You don't need to really do any work. So you breathe at a natural pace. This is all that Gung Fu is teaching. This is all that the energy work that is ever done on this planet is about. Allowing the energy to flow through you without controlling it. Not as a human. The lack of allowing your own breath at that point, allowing the energy to overwhelm you, is a part of you that's trying to control it. You are working with the energy to have it work with you. You are working with the energy to have it flow out of you. Your inability to breathe is your resistance to it. If you focus on your breath and not on the energy will flow more freely and you will be more successful. By focusing on handling the energy, you are putting up a resistance to it, thus causing it not to flow, causing you to be bound up by it. It's the same with every problem that every human has ever had. When a human overthinks it, they are bound by their own problem. They can't get past it. It becomes their wall that they cannot get around. But by focusing on your breath, by focusing on you and your peace and your ease, that then allows the wall to disappear. It allows the blockages to disappear. It allows the energy to flow. So I would say focus on the breath and let the energy do all the work.
Thank you so much. Okay, Bola. Okay, sorry. Someone else was saying goodbye. Bola was leaving. Thank you, Bola, for being here. Let me just go back to the last question. I want to make sure I have the right one. Back to the warrior statement. Excuse me. Wait, shoot, we'll go up. Just thinking says, I don't want to be a warrior. I'm too tired, but I'm me, so it's okay. That was just more of a joke.
But
Healer
that was the energy
yeah.
we were picking up. And it was relevant. And even the comment at the end is relevant to everyone. And thank you for accepting it's just me, because that is you accepting your path and you choosing to continue to be the warrior or stopping it or ceasing to be the warrior is now just an inherent function of you and is no longer I need to or I feel overwhelmed by it. It's just you being you. And if the situation requires the warrior to show up, you know how to do it. But it's also your need or your worry about the warrior is also an indication that you would like to experience something else. that you would like to experience the peace or a different path. Maybe explore those things while still allowing yourself to be you, because that last statement is the most important statement, that you are accepting yourself.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Um, Amar Temes says, are there individual organized forces in the collective who want to divide and rule with an iron fist and eliminate those who they deem different from their ideal vision, also part of the Dragon Collective?
So the answer is yes, and there always have been, and there always will be
Hmm.
on this planet in the collective consciousness. There are always have been these individuals who want to cause the tail of the dragon to swat. And some of them were very inspirational leaders, and some were not very inspirational. Yet, the tail of the dragon did swing and swat.
Okay,
We
thank
can
you.
point the fingers at individuals, but what you as an individual can do is not be overwhelmed by it. You chose to incarnate here at this time. You can tap into the fear that somebody else has this ability, or you can tap into your own power. You are this dragon. By you tapping into your own essence and your own purpose, you become the dragon. You can influence the dragon just as much as the other individual that you are fearful of. As a matter of fact, if you are more tapped into your energy and your purpose, you are driving the dragon more effectively than the taskmaster, than those who are promoting fear and who use the whip. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much. There's another question from Healer Rayan or Rayhan. She says, I believe, or he says, I do apologize, whomever is who. My third eye is opening these days. I am seeing mandalas. I am very excited and happy. Any advice for me for more opening?
Continue your excitement. That excitement and joy is your driving purpose. It is allowing your purpose to come forth. This finding mandalas. Maybe understand why this is enjoyable for you. I don't know if it's asking you to create it or to see the mandalas everywhere. See how the unfolding of things work. There are many expressions of mandalas. There are many ways to do it. Enjoy your opening of your third eye. Enjoy this unfolding of enjoyment. See the beauty in everything on your path of joy. This is such a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. And just for Rayhan had expressed that they're from Iran, and so the English is not their first language. So I just wanted to say that you can rewatch this after the YouTube concludes, and in the controls, you can slow down the speed of the video in case it's a little too fast for you, just so you know. Okay, and you can turn on subtitles as well, and that would help as well. Okay, actually, they're requesting in the YouTube how to spell your name, the collective name.
Let me check this human vessel. Kyantala. This human would spell it Kyantala. You can place an H on the end if you wish. You can spell it in English with a C if that looks better for you.
I
You
think the
can
K.
spell it Kian. The spelling does not matter.
Well, just, I think for their reference.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. I wrote it all three ways in the chat. So, and Rian said that they were able to understand your message perfectly. So that's great.
Excellent.
And let me just see if I have another question here. There was a request, and if there's a message from Mary and Jesus, but it's up to you if you want to connect through that energy.
Mary and Jesus are a part of the dragon. Their energy is still prevalent in the dragon, as well as many other individuals who have made an imprint and whose energy is still being held by the collective today.
Okay.
Yeshua's energy for the collective today is to celebrate God, to celebrate the love of God, that God has for you, and the kingdom of God that is in you, to celebrate God's glory and God's grace that lives through you. And Mary's message, although similar, is loving and supportive. Her energy is still prevalent. She would like each and every one of you to see each other through the compassionate eyes of God, through the compassionate eyes of her Son, to see each other as her Son saw you, to love each other as her Son loved you, to find ways to see the human in each and every one, to see the goodness in each and every one, to see God expressing through each individual. Both are similar messages. Both are about love and respect. Both are great guiding messages of the reminder of your source, your God, no matter who it is. Does that make sense? I hope that helped.
Thank you for that. I believe I've gone through, let me just make sure. I've gone through all the questions that we have currently. I know Jana had a question about a dream. I don't know if that is something, Jana, you wanted to.
That is answered, Krishna Priya. Thank you.
You said no?
That was answered. Thank you
Oh,
so
it
much.
was answered. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I don't know if anyone else had any questions, but I don't believe we missed anybody. Yeah.
Excellent. Then
So
we
if you,
shall leave you with a message that your purpose is relevant. Each and every one of you incarnated with a purpose, whether you feel your purpose is in the head of the dragon or the tail of the dragon. It does not matter. Everyone falls somewhere in the dragon, and everyone came here with a purpose. You finding your purpose without trying too hard, because you continually seeking for your purpose will keep you away from your purpose. You finding the peace and allowing your purpose to unfold, through your joy is the important part. As the collective consciousness goes where it goes, we have no will of our own because we are simply an expression of you, of everyone who has ever been here and who are currently here. It is the flow. As you incarnated in a later time than they have, you came here as a continuation of their efforts. You came here to continue or to move it into new directions. Or as a reminder, each and every one of you has a purpose, and your heart will tell you the purpose. It will tell you through joy. It will not tell you through frustration. It will not tell you through anger. Yet they are all reminders of your true purpose. They're all leading you to your purpose. And if you're fully expressing your purpose, continue. Continue living your joy. Continue living your purpose, whether as a knight or whether as fae folk. It does not matter. It is all valid. If walking in the flowers brings you the most joy, continue it, because you feeling your joy spreads joy throughout the entire dragon, spreads joy throughout the entire earth. And if you're doing so with multiple people, sharing your joy with them, the effect is exponential. So I leave you. We leave you. We don't leave you. We are always with you. We are you, and you are us. Continue on your journey with joy and blessings.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Are
I'm
you disoriented a little?
just a little,
Okay.
just a little.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Interesting energy. Interesting
Yeah.
energy.
Very sober energy.
Okay.
Sober and not meaning not drunk,
No.
but being very, very, you know what I mean.
Yes. And as I laugh, Will become more present here.
Yeah.
So
So,
I noticed the time. I don't
yes.
know. Do we feel a need to fill it?
No, we don't have to. We can
Okay.
maybe ask you to do a blessing
Okay.
and call it a moment. Have Angie
Well,
do an announcement.
I think Angie wants to do an
I
announcement.
think that's what she does. Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we have Angie do an announcement and then?
And then,
And with a blessing
oh yeah.
with you.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah.
We have our gathering scheduled for August 8th through August 12th, 2024. It is our Hucolo gathering. It is on
August 8th through 12th?
August 8th through 12th.
Yes. For the
2024.
Lion's Gate?
What's the name of the
Sure.
park again?
Ononda Park.
She can never remember it, even though it's in my town.
Yes.
Is it Ononda
Ononda
Park?
It is Ononda Park, but that is simply us. I love your realization that it's Ananda, but it's more like, oh, us being together in the bliss, expressing, oh, I couldn't imagine it being so more awesome than this.
Well,
also
however
have
you
a-
remember, Ange. You're the one that does the announcement, so
It is true.
I don't
And
mind.
there is another park called Oneida, Onanda,
You just causing
Oneonta.
confusion
It,
now.
it is, so it's just like
But
I
I
go,
have the question. Did you not make the reservation yourself?
completely.
Yeah. It's a new day.
She
for
picked
Angie.
the place
Okay. I
herself. I
can't
believe
wait to
she's
meet
been
the new
there.
Angie.
Okay.
Thanks.
No criticism, no judgment here.
Yes.
No.
So it is August 8th through the 12th, 2024, $6.95 a person on our beautiful Canandaigua Lake. And it is all inclusive, and $6.95 a person. Classes at hucolo.org for questions, information, flyer, registration. We also have our Galactic Energy Healing Student course coming up 2 weeks, Sunday, February 18th from noon to 5 Eastern Standard Time. And that is $150 for the class. Again, classes at hucolo.org for any information and to register.
Great. Thank you.
Onanda.
Onanda Park.
Onanda.
Wait.
In
So-
Onanda.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. I would like you to pull your chair over. I would like you to do the translation of my light language blessing. Okay. Do you want to stay here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is-
Okay.
that is fine.
Okay, great. Let me put you
Okay.
back on full screen here. 1 second. Okay.
Technology. Nihatar ahana ehko ahatiara. Shoyo o tata artana ehita. Sai akatua ahata arhana ekoro. We're going to cycle through back and forth, okay? So you channel that part.
Okay, now you just.
And as a reminder to everyone who's doing energy work or doing mindfulness or light language and translations, these are things that humans do, meaning we get interrupted. And just tap into the flow again. That's it. Don't focus on the disruption of the flow. Let's just get back into the flow. Nihatar ahana eka, shai e toro ahana e, kaihi so toro a, na takarata atar anahasa aha, choto ohurta, kiaka ha, nata atar ha.
The energies and the flow of what you have experienced today help to enlighten, bring forth, and transform you into a new way. Allow these energies in, allow these energies to permeate within you so that you may become the fullness of who you are meant to be.
Sohuka, na shahia tataria tu utanaha, taiskana atartka, shohuku ahatar, nasa atakaratanaha.
Bringing forth the fullness of your beingness allows you to move through all that you are put, challenges that are put in front of you, allowing you to see and see clearly of that which is.
Soya natkahi, natshka awa atukahana askaha, tariana asa ati, chaikia hanna artaska aha.
Transform yourself. Transform into the beingness that source has brought you here to be transformed into in this time.
Okay, they're switching language now.
Okay.
Siokotota atarira, shikana no oro, arita, askana ihitikiari titita, harani.
Many of us are out here helping with humanity. There are so many challenges, so many energies being brought forth to this planet at this time. We are here to help.
Nia riakana haski I, kurtu ur hatana ihi, ti sananaria reta katakashihi, hurro tur takatakatakatakatakata.
Call on us as we will help you. Call on those that are around you. Call on all that is there for you.
No, your people. Chai kantiara taasqua. Chadskana ihisura tatka anyarka. Shaikia charate. Kaacha ahaya. Acha nyuaya kahe.
If you allow the challenges of this planet to suppress all that you are meant to be, then that suppression will keep you in that state. When you allow it to be moved through, you move through those challenges, move through those energies.
Switching again. Ututai na taai. Iara na esoto. Utare. Shayonoha. Kahia kataranai. Soto utara. Soya. Ua. Sayona.
We see all that it is that your planet is going through. Not only the physical changes of the planet, but also the physical changes of those that are on this planet. Not only the earth, the animals, but it is also the humans as well.
Nasahatitaha. Kaishono hotora. Sihu hachara hana eta. Sata iso. Uta. Harshanahaya.
We all thank you for your continued wanting for growth, for your continued wanting for expansion and bringing the universe to this planet.
So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Very nice. Tag team channeling. Tag team light language. I like that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We will be concluding now, actually right on time. We started on time today, which is more than a girl can hope for. It's been since 2020 that that's actually happened. So 4 years after the pandemic, we're
Back on track?
finally, yeah. So next week Jim will be here, and then the week after we will have Linus, who channels Rohan, the group Rohan. He was here, gosh, it's been almost a year ago.
Yeah.
He'll be back in 2 weeks. So then Jim again, and then Will. So Will will be back in a month, 3 weeks from this. I don't know. He'll be back 4 weeks, 3 channels from now. 3 channelers from today. Anyway, so have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm leaving for India on Tuesday, so I will be back. And next time you see me, I'll be wearing a white sari and a red dot on my head, proudly sitting in India. So, okay, much love to everyone, and have a fantastic, fantastic week. And love each other.